What is algebra really? Chances are, if you've ever sat in a maths classroom, you've heard the word thrown around. But let me break it down. Algebra is simply a way of using symbols, usually letters, to stand in for numbers. These symbols let me play around with mathematical relationships and solve problems that might look impossible at first glance. Let's get into the basics. First up, variables. I use letters like X, Y, or Z to represent unknown values. Why? Because I don't always know the number I'm looking for. Algebra helps me find it. Next, there are expressions. Think of these as mathematical phrases, combinations of variables, constants, and operations. For example, 3x plus 5. Then equations. These are statements that say two expressions are equal, like 2x plus 3 equals 7. My job? Find out what x is. But algebra doesn't stop there. Functions come into play. They show how one thing depends on another, usually written as fx. And then you've got polynomials, factoring, quadratics. Don't worry, those sound scarier than they are, but they're just ways of handling more complex expressions and equations. Inequalities? Those just tell me if something's bigger or smaller than something else. And sometimes I'll have to solve multiple equations at once, a system of equations. So why does all this matter? Algebra isn't just for passing maths tests. It's everywhere. Science, engineering, economics, computer science, all of these fields depend on algebra. It shows up when I calculate interest, design apps, or even try to balance my budget. More importantly, learning algebra teaches me to think logically and solve problems step by step. Now, I won't pretend everyone loves algebra. Some people find it tough to swap numbers for letters. It can feel confusing or even pointless at first. The jump from arithmetic to algebra is big, and sometimes it's taught in a way that doesn't feel useful. I get it, algebra anxiety is real. But here's the thing, once algebra clicks, it's like unlocking a secret code. Suddenly, I can describe real-world situations with equations and find answers to problems that used to seem out of reach. It opens doors to advanced maths, science, engineering, and more. If you're learning algebra and feeling stuck, don't stress. Practice is your friend. The more problems you try, the more sense it'll make. Don't just memorize formulas, try to understand why the rules work. And use visual aids. Graphs can make tricky ideas much clearer. So next time you see X or Y in a maths problem, remember, algebra isn't out to get you. It's just a language, a toolkit for solving problems big and small. Stick with it and you might surprise yourself with how far you can go.